All the singers and musicians, please come forward. Sia. जय गणराया. जय गणराया, श्री गणराया, जय गणराया, श्री गणराया, जय गणराया, श्री गणराया, मंगलमूर्ती मोरया. जय गणराया, श्री गणराया, मंगलमूर्ती मोरया. राया, श्री गणराया, जय गणराया, श्री गणराया, श्री गणराया, जय गणराया, श्री गणराया, मंगलमूर्ती मोरया. जय गणराया. सिद्धिविनायक मंगलदाता, सिद्धिविनायक मंगलदाता, अष्टविनायक मंगलदायक, मंगलमूर्ती मोरया. अष्टविनायक मंगलदायक, मंगलमूर्ती मोरया. जय गणराया, श्री गणराया, जय गणराया, श्री गणराया, जय गणराया, श्री गणराया, मंगलमूर्ती मोरया. जय गणराया, श्री गणराया, मंगलमूर्ती मोरया. दूरवदना संकटहरणा, सिंदूरवदना संकटहरणा, संकटहरणा मंगलप्पा मोरया. सिंदूरवदना संकटहरणा, गणपती बाप्पा मोरया. जय गणराया, श्री गणराया, जय गणराया, श्री गणराया, जय गणराया, श्री गणराया, मंगलमूर्ती मोरया. जय गणराया, श्री गणराया, मंगलमूर्ती मोरया. मूर्ती मोरया, मंगलमूर्ती मोरया, मंगलमूर्ती मोरया, मंगलमूर्ती मोरया. मंगलमूर्ती मोरया, मंगलमूर्ती मोरया. जय गणराया, मंगलमूर्ती मोरया. जय गणराया, श्री गणराया, मंगलमूर्ती मोरया. मोरया, गणपती मोरया, मोरया.
मोरया, 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 मंगलमूर्ती मोरया. मोरया, मोरया, सिद्धिविनायक मोरया. मोरया, मोरया, सिद्धिविनायक मोरया. मोरया, सिद्धिविनायक मोरया. मोरया, मोरया, अष्टविनायक मोरया. मोरया, मोरया, मंगलमूर्ती मोरया. मोरया, 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 सिद्धिविनायक मोरया. मोरया, मोरया, सिद्धिविनायक मोरया 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 सिद्धिविनायक मोरया 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 सिद्धिविनायक मोरया 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 अष्टविनायक मोरया
मंगलमूर्ति मोरया जय गणराया श्री गणराया मंगलमूर्ति मोरया
जय श्री माता जी। Jai Shri Mataji. Okay, before we start the meditation, let's prepare ourselves for receiving the vibrations. So keep your hands open in your lap. Look at Shri Mataji's picture, her divine lotus feet. So please don't close your eyes right now. Just open your eyes, stretch your hands, and pray to Shri Mataji. Shri Mataji, please make us feel your presence in the form of vibrations. So feel it at the tip of your fingers, on your palms, on the top of your head. And pray to Shri Mataji once again. Shri Mataji, please make us feel your presence in the form of vibrations. We want to feel your presence, Shri Mataji. Let's take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in, take it to your heart, and relax yourself. So let's all together breathe in. Breathe out. One more time, breathe in. Breathe out. One last time, breathe in. Breathe out. And let's raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan. Okay, feeling it in all your centers and energy channels, we take 3 Mahamantras. Tameva Sakshat Shri Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tamev Sakshat Shri Kaliki Sakshat Shri Sahasrar Swamini Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Ganesha Mantra 4 times. Om Tamev Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tamev Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tamev Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. We can put our right hand on Mother Earth and let's clear our left channel. We pray to Shree Mataji. Shree Mataji, please come into our left channel. Shree Mataji, you are Shree Mahakali. You are Shree Ganesha. Please remove all the badhas, all the negativities from our left channel. Shri Mahakali Bhairavnath. Om Tamev Sakshat Shri Mahakali Bhairavnath Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And let's clear our right channel. Shri Mataji, please clear our right channel. Please remove all the badhas, all the negativities, all the futuristic thoughts, all the futuristic plans. Please remove all the badhas. Please cool down our right channel. So keep our attention on our entire right channel and our Sahasrara. Feel all the heat getting removed from our right channel. Shri Mahasaraswati Hanumana Sakshat. Om Tamev Sakshat Shri Mahasaraswati Hanumana Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Now we keep both our hands at the heart level and pray to Shree Mataji. Please, Shree Mataji, please keep us in presence. Please make us enjoy our present moment. Shri Mahalakshmi Sakshat. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. So we keep both our hands in our lap and listen to Shri Ganesha Atharvashira.
Shri Mataji, please make us worthy of looking at you, of praying to you. Please come into our hearts. Please accept this poetic adaptation of the Shri Ganesha Atharvashira. Let our ears hear that which is true. Let our eyes see that which is pure. Let our beings praise that which is divine. And let those hear, and let those who listen hear not my voice, but the wisdom of God. Let us worship the same song, the same strength, and the same knowledge. And let our meditation enlighten and enrich. Let there be amongst us compassion and peace. Now the prayer. Salutation to Shri Ganesha. Sakshat Shri Jesus. Sakshat Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. It is you who is the beginning of all beginnings. It is you who is the doer of all deeds which have been done, which are being done, and will be done. It is you who supports all things that are supported. It is you who protects all things that are protected. It is you who is the complete all-pervading spirit, God's divine energy. Think clearly, brain. Speak only the truth. Let your presence awakened in us by Kundalini speak. Let your presence awakened in us by Kundalini listen. Let your presence awakened in us by Kundalini bless. Let your presence awakened in us by Kundalini protect. Let your presence awakened by Kundalini in us, your disciples be the disciple. You are the essence of all the sacred literature and holy words, and you are the energy that understands the holy words. You are the divine combination of complete truth, complete happiness, and complete energy, and you are beyond. You are all knowledge, and you are the use to which knowledge is put. You exist until the end of all things, and after the end of all things you are. You create the end of all things, and after the end of all things you remain indifferent. You are earth, you are water, you are our fire, you are air, you are the space above the air. You are the gunas and you're beyond the gunas. You are the body and you're beyond the body. You are the essence of time and you are beyond time. You and only you exist at the Muladhara chakra. You are the spirit and you're beyond the spirit. And those who would join God meditate upon you. You are Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra. You are Indra, Agni, Vayu. You are the sun at noon. You are the full moon. Through all of these and more, you are the all-pervading energy of innocence and wisdom. You are the divine servant who stoops to wash the feet of saints. You are the tiny core of all things, without which the larger have no purpose. You are the key to all the libraries of all the scriptures, without which the truth is hidden. You are the full stop which completes a sentence, and without which the sentence loses its meaning. You are the crescent moon, you are the stars, and you are beyond the stars. All things from tiny dot to universe are you. You are the future and beyond the future. You are in all forms. You are where the sounds combine. You are the silence between the sounds. You are the rhythm of all music and all prayers. This is the knowledge of Nirmal Ganesh and you. Nirmal Ganesh are the master of that knowledge and all knowledge. You are the God and you are the goddess. Om Gam Nirmal Ganapati. To your powers, Shree Ganesha, let all surrender. Let the left side of memory and the right side of action surrender to you, and let your enlightenment prevail. Your first tooth you have and 4 hands, one holding a rope, a second a goad. The third is raised in blessing, and the fourth offers sustenance. Your banner is that of a humble mouse. You have long ears, and you are clothed in red. Red decorates you, and you are worshipped with red flowers. You have compassion for those who love you, and it is for those who love you that you come to this earth. You are the force that creates, the energy that pervades, and the spirit that protects. Those who seek union with God pray through you. Those who seek union with God worship you. Om Gam Nirmal Jesus. To your powers, Sri Jesus, let all surrender. Let the left side of memory and the right side of action surrender to you, and let your enlightenment prevail. You are the word that was the beginning. You are the word that will be the ending, and you are he who was born of a virgin and died on the cross. You are he who absorbs all sins, who died to live again. You are God in man, and you are worshipped with red flowers. You have compassion for those who love you, and it is for those who love you that you come to this earth. You're the force that creates, the energy that pervades, and the spirit that protects. Those who seek union with God pray through you. Those who seek union with God worship you. Shree Ganesha, salutations to you. Shree Jesus, salutations to you. He who is the beginning of all worship, salutations to you. He who destroys all the powers of evil, salutations to you. Sakshat, son of Lord Shiva, who is unending blessing, salutations to you. Sakshat, son of Mary Mataji, who is unending love, salutations to you. Sakshat Mataji Nirmala Devi, who is unending joy, salutations to you. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi, Namo Namaha. Shree Ganesha, please give us divine wisdom.
On this occasion, I bow to all my children, to all the well-wishers, friends who have come here to express their kind feelings towards me. Thank you very much. In such circumstances, the words cannot express the deep feeling of gratitude for all of you who have so kindly come down here. It is very important for us to realize one thing, that the time has come for all of us to transform ourselves. All the possibilities of transformation is possible. We all have to transform ourselves. We must raise our level from this human level to the higher level of spirit. Otherwise, those who will not will not enter into the kingdom of God and may be destroyed. The time is very precarious and precious and the most opportune time. Today is the day they have put a Sahasrara here, meaning the 1,000 petaled lotus surrounding the limbic area in our head. The coconut is called as Shree Phala, which represents something like our brain. And the inside of the coconut is the limbic area. In the same way, we have got in our brain this limbic area on which many scientists have done a lot of research, but they cannot go very far with it because they are doing everything from outside. It's only through Sahaja Yoga you can understand what lies in that brain. All the 7 centers about which I have told you in previous lectures lies above this area. To begin with is the Muladhara, lies in the center of your, we can say at this point where you see a bone jutting out. I don't want to use medical terminology because some people told me they can't understand. Now around that moves this Swadhisthana chakra. You must have seen people who suffer from diabetes always lose their eyesight. Eyesight is first affected when they have diabetes trouble. What is the reason? The reason is the Swadhisthana is in the stomach, the center, and the Pitha, or we can say the seat of that Swadhisthana chakra is here at the back of your head, where the lobe which supplies energy to the eyes is seated. Around that moves the Swadhisthana. In the center is the Muladhara, around that moves the Swadhisthana, which is responsible for its overactivity. When we think too much, it is overactive, and the conversion of the fat cells from the stomach to the brain is done in such a fast speed. When we think too much, we are futuristic, that all other organs are neglected. So such a Swadhisthana which gets hectic, which doesn't understand what to do now, gets out of gear. Because of that, one of the organs, being the pancreas, gets no energy from the Swadhisthana. It goes out of order and you develop diabetes. Anything goes wrong with the Swadhisthana, spoils the seat of the Swadhisthana around the Muladhara, which is in the center. So by that, you get your eyes blinded because it is pushing down the Muladhara, which is in the center of it. So no use treating the eyes. No use treating the eyes. Best thing is to treat your Muladhara or treat your Swadhisthana, because Swadhisthana is absolutely augmenting the movement of the Muladhara, which has to support the optic lobe. So it is so important to keep our mental being very sensible and balanced. It's very important. This is only about one chakra I have told you, but all the 7 chakras lie above the limbic area, all the 7 chakras. So every chakra has got its seat over this limbic area, and it is very important how mentally we are equipped. I don't know what happens in the North India, but in the South, or especially in the Maharashtra, is a common practice of parents all the time asking the children, where is your attention? Laksha kuthe hai? Where is your attention? Where is our attention? It's very important. Attention is the most important thing. Where is our attention? Because attention is the one which expresses our conscious mind. If our attention is all the time running from one place to another and from that place to another, we develop a temperament which is very hectic, which is irritable, which is uncertain, cannot sit for 5 minutes quietly. I must tell you that in England, there's a very big hall called Albert Hall, where you can have even 6,000 people for any orchestra or for any music program, anything like this. And you are not even allowed to cough. During that 3 hours program, if they have, you are not even allowed to cough, let alone going out, moving out, or getting all this kind of a hectic behavior. You cannot get out of that place, whether it's boring, it's horrible, it's no good, you don't like it, doesn't matter. But if you are into the hall, then be seated for 3 hours continuously. You are not allowed to move out, not even to cough. And I have seen people, big lords and ladies and prime ministers and all that attending those halls, just sitting tight, respecting the musician, respecting the music, respecting all that they have created because they are so involved with them. But in India, despite the fact that our country has tremendous vibrations, tremendous depth, tremendous dignity, so imagine the kind of a music we have produced. Even if these people labor for thousands of years, they cannot produce this. Believe me. They cannot produce. You should see any one of their great masters playing, except for 3-4 people whom I would say were realized souls, they could play something of a rare quality. But otherwise, they cannot play like this spontaneous music. Not one person can do that, even if he labors for thousands of years. This is the beauty of our music in this country. The beauty of our arts, the beauty of our things, they cannot produce it. They just cannot do it. They haven't got that deftness. Why? Because this Mother Earth has given us that balance, that peace, that depth within us, that only we, the Indians, can do that. Ask them to make one ornament. I lost once one ornament, and we asked them if they could make it. They said they can't. They just can't do it. You may call them anything higher, greater and all that, but in fine arts, they cannot come near us in any arts whatsoever. What is the reason? How is it that Indians have done it and still maintain it, despite the fact that most of the Indians have lost the capacity to respect, to realize where are they standing on this Mother Earth. The Mother Earth who has got its Kundalini here and the Sahasrara also here. The Kundalini is in the Maharashtra and Sahasrara is in the Himalayas. Anybody who comes in between this has to be realized, has to be a great person. When I say this, many people think that I have very wrong ideas about Indians. Maybe, but not about India. India, you can be sure, one day when the Kundalini will rise in this country, will shoot off everyone and will show them what greatness we have. This is why it is very important that we should work out Sahaja Yoga in a very deeper way. First of all, we must know that Indians have to be deeper people, very deep. We cannot afford to be frivolous, cheap, or something slavish. We cannot afford to be slavish. I've seen people nowadays are so much enamored by foreign things, foreign goods. What do they have? They have nothing but plastic affluence. Absolutely, they have nothing. The Sahaja Yogis who got realization get a shock when they go to a music center and see that the people there are buying cheap, ordinary music, which they would not even care for. So why this disparity is within us? Maybe the slavishness of so many years. But when we were slaves, we were much better off. Today, when we are free, I don't know what has happened to us, that we have lost that system of dignity. We have lost our dignity. That's why I wanted him to play the Raga Darbari. The Darbari Raga settles your Kundalini in complete dignity. She rises with her complete dignity and glory and goes to the Sahasrara and pierces your Brahmarandra. She is your mother. She is the source of all dignity. She is the source of all the chastity that you think of. She is the source of all the pride you should have. All those qualities have vanished from my great country, and I cannot understand when that Ambe, that Chandi, is going to rise with it. When are you going to be charmed by that great force that lies with you? You are great people to be born in this country. This Sahasrara of yours is there as represented in the Himalayas. You have Himalayas on your head here, which has to be just ignited with your Kundalini, which lies dormant. But we live in a very cheap style of life, extremely cheap, which has no dignity. We take to Western life without thinking, what are we? What is our purpose of coming on this earth at this time? We are going to be the leaders of the whole universe. All the world is going to fall at our feet for this. Because, science has failed completely. They have realized science cannot take you too far. And where are they going to fall back? Is this country of ours and on you people who are the great children of this motherland. The Sahasrara lies in the Himalayas. Now, how will you believe me that it lies in the Himalayas? If you go any time to visit the ranges of Himalayas, you will be surprised that tremendous vibrations flow from Himalayas towards the sky. You can see lights and lights flowing out if you are a realized soul. Otherwise, you may not see it. It's a tremendous country. It's a tremendous opportune time. You are great people to be born at this time to get this. Only thing is, you should assume your power. Assumption. Assumption is only possible if you know your country. You don't know your country. You don't know anything about your country. You don't know what beauties it has. Nowhere in the world sandalwood is produced the way it is produced in this country. Nowhere in the world the clay or the mati smells so well as it smells here. Nowhere in the world you get so many types of champas that you get here. Beautiful, fragrant trees. Anyone who has visited this country, any Western man, says, all right, our gardens are all right, but we have no fragrance. This country is fragrant, its magnetism has become fragrant. While what is happening to us is that we do not know our magnetism, our dignity, our Guru Tattva. We have become eccentric or we have become absolutely abandoned. If you are dignified, you are eccentric, one-track mind, or the another side is that you are absolutely abandoned all the norms of an Indian life. So for Sahajogis who got realization, it is important to go down to your traditions. Understand that money never gives you happiness. Nothing gives you happiness but your spirit, and to get to your spirit, you must know Indian traditions. Because these traditions come from the roots. And if you have to go to the roots, you have to know the traditions of this country, how these traditions have been built. Of course, there have been many attacks on us, and so our tradition has been quite mutilated. But if you go deep down into it, you will be surprised how our life was made only to get self-realization, to make a beautiful, matured personality. Sahasrara of an Indian is the most beautiful thing. You can't see it, you can't enjoy it. What am I to do? I am the only one who enjoys your Sahasrara. It has got all the petals, 1,000 petals like this, beautiful colors, which opens out, and I see them dangling like the living flames of beauty and silence. Inside that, you see the Agya Chakra all opened out. It's such a beautiful thing to see the Sahasrara of an Indian. There is no pride, there is no conditioning, nothing, but just the joy of the spirit flowing into you. That joy has to come into all of us. Today is the time when Sahasrara is opened out. This is the first time it has happened on mass scale. On the mass scale, nobody has been able to do that, though secretly many people did. Very slowly, one by one, people got realization. But such a mass scale happening never took place. It took place now. Now, perhaps, you must know that you must be great people. Must be that you have done great punyas. That the Sahasrara is open now, that your fontanelle bone area, or I would say the Talu Bhag, has been opened out like this, and you feel everywhere the all-pervading power of God. You understand how to maneuver it and how to manage it. But there are people in this country who talk in the name of yoga, all kinds of eccentric things, one-sided, one-track mind. Now, you must know that first thing is to get your realization. Second thing is to know how to manage your Sahasrara. The other day, I had a patient who had lost his motor movement. Now, he was cured. How? Just Sahasrara. Working on the Sahasrara, just putting my hand on the Sahasrara, I worked it out. It's very simple. Because in the Sahasrara, everything is brought together. All the 7 chakras, all the 3 nadis pass through the Agya Chakra like this. As you can see here, it is not there today. And you can see that if you can control your Sahasrara, then you don't have to worry about anything else. Now let us see what is the connection of the Sahasrara with the rest of the body, as the brain has the connection, which the doctors know and you people also must be knowing, but there are subtler connections. Sahasrara has got these 7 pithas, or the seats of the chakras. And all these pithas have got valayas, is meaning the auras. Now these all auras are expressed in the heart. So around the spirit, all these auras work out. When the Sahasrara gets enlightened, all these auras get enlightened. By that, a person becomes a large-hearted man, a lion-hearted man, a compassionate man, and he starts putting his heart into his belief. Many people believe that this is not good, we should not do, we should give up. But they cannot, because they are not samartha. They are not powerful enough to give up what they want to give. When the Sahasrara is opened out, you'll be surprised you become such a powerful, virtuous, righteous personality. You can give up whatever you want to give up. You can do what you like with yourself. Sort of you become a master of yourself. We can compare Sahasrara with the master of a car. The master is sitting in the car, the driver is driving. First, the driver doesn't know how to drive, so he uses his brake, then he uses accelerator. Sometimes he makes mistake. Then he somehow or other puts it into balance when the dharma is established. Then after putting the balance, he becomes an expert. He doesn't think. He goes into nirvichara. When you cross over the Agya Chakra, the Kundalini, you become nirvichara. You don't think. Then when it reaches the Sahasrara and pierces through, becomes one with the spirit, the master becomes distinct in a way that the driver becomes the master. And he watches within himself the driver, the accelerator, and the brake. All of them he watches. This is what happens to you, that you become the karta, you become the master, and you start monitoring everything yourself, seeing it. This is Mr. X, come along, do this job. You are this, do that job. Once the Sahasrara open, all your centers get absolutely filled with the grace of the Holy Ghost. Grace of the Adi Shakti starts flowing inside you. And all your chakras get filled up with beautiful feeling of contentment. On the Lakshmi Chakra, you get contentment. You do not become greedy. You do not run after others' things. Whatever you have, you enjoy. Actually, this is the sad thing. Whatever you have, you never enjoy. You want to enjoy that somebody else has. But when Sahasrara opens up, you enjoy only the things that you have. You just go and see in your house how many beautiful things you have. Just watch them without thinking. You'll be amazed that you have beautiful things with you. And you are not enjoying that, and you are worried about what others have. And that's how people are getting crazy with their greed. Then, when it opens the heart chakra, pure relationships between each other develops. Pure relationships. Wife is a wife, husband is a husband, sister is a sister, brother is a brother. Such beautiful relationship develops within you that you become absolutely pure. Purity is achieved when Sahasrara opens. Purity is what gives you the complete detachment. You are so pure that nothing can attach you. Like a soap. In the soap, you wash everything with the soap. The soap doesn't get dirty. Everything that is dirty washes off. You become like that, a sakshi. Nothing can attach you. All right? You have things in the house, you have this and that, but not attached. You become such a generous person. The purity of generosity is so great that you forget what you do for others or give them. There's nothing like other left. You just enjoy giving, enjoy doing for others. And once you open the door from one side, you'll be amazed the door from the other side opens and you are flooded. You are flooded. You don't know what to do, how much I should give, how much I should give. Still it is flooding. Because this door has to open. If this door opens, then Sahasrara takes a new dimension, absolutely a new dimension of a saint. The greatest thing of a saint is that he never does any adharma. He doesn't do any wrong. You don't have to tell him. So such a saint is born, and such a saint then starts giving the light to others. Actually, opening of the Sahasrara means opening of the light to others. Those people who come only for treatment, I tell them that after all, you must also understand that God is a meticulous personality. All right, I am compassionate. He is also compassionate. But he thinks that what's this of curing these people? What's this of repairing those lamps which are now never going to give light? We have to understand our own worth, that you have to give light to others. You are the light of the universe, and you have to stand up to it and achieve it through deep understanding of your being. Now in Sahasrara, what happens is the integration, because all the 7 chakras are there. All the incarnations are explained why they did like this, why they did like that. For example, at the time of Muhammad Sahib, he found that the people were worshipping all the idols and all that. They were not worshipping the Nirakar, the essence. Like they were worshipping the flowers, but not the honey. So, he said, better worship the honey. He talked of honey. He talked of honey, but it became again a talk. Human beings know how to make everything into useless stuff. So they started talking about Nirakar. Same with Nanak Sahib when he came. He came because he found Muhammad Sahib was not, whatever Muhammad Sahib did was not sufficient. He had to come. It is Muhammad Sahib only came back to teach you that, see, there is nothing like Hindu, Muslim and all that. That you have to realize. That's why he came. We have forgotten why he came on this earth. And also he talked of the Nirakara. But that also became a talk, just a song or a sort of an akhanda part. That's not he talked. That's not he wanted. Why? All this was just to make you aware of your spirit. Anybody who came on this earth, like Buddha came on this earth at the time when he found people were indulging into absolutely wrong type of attitudes. He came on the 6th century when Tantrika was very powerful. He came in the 1st century when the Tantrika was very powerful. They had started taking shape. He was so worried about them. Then also he thought that talking about Ishvara, people start thinking that you are the Ishvara and that they all become great masters themselves. In the temple he found people were worshipping God and doing all kinds of dirty things. Even now they do it. And they had forgotten that it is God who is sitting here and we are doing all these things. Actually, I heard many pujaris telling me that, Mother, nothing, God never does anything to us. You see, we are above everything. And I asked them, then why are you suffering from paralysis? He said, paralysis everybody gets, but I got it just because I was overdoing the puja of God. They just don't want to accept that. They asked them, then why are you suffering from paralysis? He said, paralysis everybody gets, but I got it just because I was overdoing the puja of God. They just don't want to accept that they are harmed because they did the wrong, absolute wrong at the lotus feet of the Lord. So all these things to stop, Buddha came on this earth. He talked of Anishwaravad. He came on this earth, but after that he felt that Anishwaravad has gone to the other side of it. Absolutely, it's madness now. So he came as Adi Shankaracharya. Just to put it right, they come on one side and see they are going to the one extreme, then to pull them, they come on the other side. It's just a movement from left to right, right to left, like that. All the integration of all these great people can be felt when you open your Sahasrara. You are amazed that how they are related to each other. We are not, they are. Like Christ has said, those who are not against me are with me. Who are those people? Will the Christians explain? They cannot. They don't want to know. They don't want to talk about the future either. They don't want to know about it because they think that they are chosen ones. But once all such chosen ones will have to land in hell, I think, if they go about like this. Jews did the same. Jews would not accept Christ. They would not accept Christ. They said, no, our Messiah is going to come later on 2,000 years back, and this 2,000 is permanently 2,000. See? It is never finishing. And they said, we must suffer. We must suffer, otherwise without suffering, we cannot meet God. This is their theory. So, all right, have Hitler. Hitler made them nicely suffer, and they suffered, and now they have become aggressive people. This is not God's work. This is not what God is. God is a thing which is complete integration within us of understanding how God has sent His Paigambaras, His incarnations, His people on this earth to save us from this illusion, from this mire of darkness, of ignorance. He sent us all these things. So we have to understand Him. A complete integration has to be established within us. It is only possible if your Sahasrara opens. Otherwise, you are not going to believe me. Now, also the integration of your own physical, mental, emotional being is established. Then, the integration of all the universes is established within you. All the stars, everything is established within you. You can control the stars. The stars come at the time when you are doing some work. They are there, working. You'll be amazed that once I was having a wedding of 27 people in Bodhi. And I said that today is the day of 27 constellations to be here. Can you believe that the southern star was there like a cross? It was there. On the sky, anybody could have taken the photograph of that to prove that how the stars and everything becomes just our supporters, our helpers, they act for us. Then all the angels look after. So many miracles the Sahaja Yogis will tell you about what has happened, how Sahaja Yogis have. It happens not because it is something great, but it is your own achievement because your Sahasrara has opened. Everything that is created for the goodness of this world is at your lotus feet. Everything that is created for the emancipation of human beings is at your lotus feet. Every moment you will feel that there is somebody holding my hand and taking me ahead and guiding me ahead towards something so great. The whole being will be filled with joy. At the Sahasrara, the name of the Ananda is not Swananda. Swananda is in the heart. But the name of the Ananda at Sahasrara is Nirananda. Surprisingly, I am called as Nira in my family. All my family people call me as Nira because my short name is Nira. And luckily also, the place we have got for ashram is also along the river of the Nira, which flows down to the Bhima, which is another tributary of the Krishna river. But this Nira river goes just like the emblem of Sahajoga, which we call as Pradakshina. That's the sign of a Shakti, because Shakti goes round the Shiva like that, and exactly like that it moves. So you'll be surprised, it's not a coincidence, it's a reality that such a place we should have there at Nira, which was the ashrama of Shandilya. Shandilya is my Gotra also. To have the place there and such vibrations, tremendous vibrations. This Shandilya Bhumi has something to do with Punjab. You'll be amazed to know that at the time when Prahlada was born, before that, his mother became pregnant, and Indra thought that this Hiranyakashipu is a big Rakshasa who was ruling in Lahore. So he thought that better to take her away from there and put her with somebody sensible or marry her off. So on his way, he dropped her at this place near Nira, where Prahlada was born. Then Shandilya told him, Shandilya Muni, this is 14,000 years back. Shandilya told him that this boy is going to invoke the Vishnu Tattva so much that he is going to appear as Narsimha. So you better not take this lady with you, but what you have to do is to just wait and see how it works out, and when the child grows of some age, I'll send the child to the father's place. So Indra agreed, and he went down in the south and he got his realization. There's a place called Chidendra where he got realization. Now this Prahlada was living there. Now see, the miracles are like this. And when he was 5 years of age, he was sent to his father, and you know what happened, how Narsimha Avtara came in. Now, after many years, Peshwas tried to build a temple on the Sangam, on the meeting place of Bhima and Nira river. And they spent 7 crores of rupees just to fill up that area for the temple, and they couldn't do much there. Then 300 or 400 years back, one gentleman thought that he should build the temple and finish the job. So when he thought of that, he dreamt, in his dream, he saw Prahlada himself. And he said that I have already made a statue of Narsimha with my own hands. And the statue is made out of the sand, and it is lying on the Nira river. You can go and find out yourself and put that statue in the temple. So this gentleman went round and he saw the statue made out of sand for thousands of years. He brought that statue and put it in the temple. That statue has tremendous vibrations. Only a realized soul can see. From long distance you can feel the vibrations of that statue made by Prahlada, who in Lahore went, and because of him Narsimha Avtara came, and then he ruled in Punjab. This place has got something miraculous, that from the top of the shikhara of the temple, if you put your finger there, you'll find there's a small little dhara of water flowing, and you can feel it. All these great miracles are still there in our country. But the trouble is, we have no time to know about these things. We have no time to understand what is so great in our country. What we do is to go to some of the temples, and there we find these horrible Brahmins looting us. We just get fed up with that, and we run away. But whatever they may try, they cannot remove the greatness of our country. So today is the day where you are celebrating my birthday. I don't know what I should say about it, but only thing, I'm very happy that Sahasrara has opened in Delhi. Delhi is a place one has to be very careful about. Here is a place where the Rakshasas have ruled. This is a place makes you very ego-oriented. You might create a Hitler here one day. It's such a horrible place is Delhi. I got married myself in Delhi only. I lived in Delhi quite a lot because I knew the importance of Delhi. Delhi is the place from where we rule the whole country. And in this place, I have seen people get into the ego trips very fast. Even an ordinary person, a peon, could be in that ego trip. So with that ego trip, one can do lot of harm to others, because those who have ego harm others, those who have superego harm themselves. They can go on harming all the time for their selfish ends, this, that, and they won't realize that there is anything wrong. In Delhi, if you can work it out with that depth, I'm sure a day will come when we will definitely say that Delhi has given a new jump, a new dimension to the whole world. But Sahaja Yoga, one must understand, though it is integration, it is a collective work. It is a collective work. It is a samuhik work. It is not that you can sit in the house, I was meditating, nothing. You are not to go to Himalayas. You are not to go anywhere. But all of you should go to the place where they are meditating. All of you should meditate. The more you meditate, the better it is, because one person has some defect, another has some defect. All of them put together find the real source, because all of them are part and parcel of this brain. You are the part or parcel of the Virata, of the great primordial being, of Akbar. You are part and parcel. You are in the brain when your Sahasrara is open. Now can you imagine one cell sitting at home, another cell sitting in the shop? All the cells have to be together if they have to work it out to be something substantial. You cannot work out with one cell. You have to have all the cells working together in complete unison, in complete understanding, in complete love. So one has to understand that after getting realization, so many of you got realization. I saw that happening. It's a great thing. The greatest present you can give me on this birthday will be that you form a collective understanding of Sahaja Yoga. How collective it is. You may be anything. You may be a big man, small man, anything. See, among Muslims they achieved it. Even the king, he is with everybody else to do the namaz. Now what about you? You people must understand that it is a collective happening for the whole universe. The people who have got realization have to meet together every week for one day, can't you spare, for something so great. I remember my father was a great fighter for freedom. Not 1 minute they could think of anything else but that. And there were thousands and thousands of people who did it. Mahatma Gandhi had that charm that he put people into such a position that they fought for it. It is very easy for people to make fight others, but to fight themselves is very difficult. Moreover, here you have to become something. It is not that one can give a certificate, now you are a realized soul, now you are all right, you are 4 and a member. This is not possible. There's no money, nothing can purchase it. You have to become that tree. As Krishna has said, the tree opens in the head. The jadas of the, or you can call them, the roots of that tree are in the brain. And then the whole being is completely nourished by that. This brain of ours is such a wonderful thing that it can nourish the whole universe. You have to become the part and parcel of the whole, part and parcel of Akbar, which we call the Virat. Now this is the brain of the Virat, which is the Sahasrara, and in the heart resides the spirit. But once you achieve that state of Nirvikalpa, then the spirit resides here at Sadashiva. At this stage, there are 7 stages higher than that, but at least 3 can be easily achieved if you try the collective method of Sahaja Yoga. Collective method by which you correct yourself. Just watch yourself, face yourself, and enjoy the way you are correcting yourself. For the first time you will start seeing yourself, yeah, am I like this? All right, I'm going to put this right. You will see yourself as centers. You won't feel bad or hurt. You will correct yourself, and thus you will correct the whole society. No use crying, weeping, saying that is wrong with the society, this is wrong with the society, do this, do that. Everything can be brought round if you all decide. Even all these people, if you all decide to do the collective work of Sahaja Yoga, I can assure you things are going to work out. Are going to work out very fast, very fast. But let that Kundalini be awakened. In Kolhapur, we have a god, the goddess of Mahalakshmi, the Sushumna. Nadi Express is come out of the Mother Earth. And there people sing Udho, Udho Ambe, Udho, Udho Ambe, Udho, Udho Ambe. What is that? She is Mahalakshmi. Why are you saying Ambe all the time? Ambe is the Mahakali's power. Because Kundalini is the power of Mahakali. So they are saying that now the Mahalakshmi, the Sushumna is all right. Now let the Ambe get rise. Means let the Chandi rise. Let the Kundalini rise within us. And this is what is going to happen to all of us. Once that starts, you'll be amazed how great you are. Don't run after petty things of life. Don't think that these petty things are going to give any happiness. Open your sahasraras. I know it is not possible for all the people to get it. But so many in this country can get it for nothing at all. Because this country is specially blessed. The people in this country
Jai Shree Mataji. Let's all rise for the Aarti. Any brother or sister who is visiting the center first time, please come forward to offer Aarti.
सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको
सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। में आए तब मधु संगीत सुन लो, माँ मधु संगीत सुन लो। हो ये सके जो सेवा, हो सेवा हमसे करा लेना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कलकी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कलकी साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार देव्यै नमो
We can all sit in silence for a few minutes. Shree Mataji, please bless us with pure attention so that we can establish the complete integration at the Sahasrara. And we have a very powerful and dignified personalities as you wish us to be. And have love and compassion for everybody in our collectivity so that we can be strength of each other and grow together as collectivity. Jai Shree Mataji. So we can all raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan. So all team 4 members, please stay back after meditation for a